Hello guys, welcome to Chapter 4, Job Order Costing. So it has to do, job order costing has to do with how a company tracks its manufacturing costs. So cost accounting systems help track a company's manufacturing costs. Now there's two main cost accounting systems. You can guess what one of them is right there, job order costing. The other one we have seen ever so briefly in your first manufacturing reports that you guys did. It was process cost accounting systems, and the first one is job order cost accounting systems. I just have to write it all out, don't I? Just have to. Chapter 4 focuses on the first one, job order cost accounting systems. The next chapter will focus on process cost accounting systems. So let's help kind of see some of the differences. So a job order cost accounting system will track manufacturing costs by job or by customer. So let's say we have a customer that comes in, and maybe we are a t-shirt manufacturer. So we have a customer comes in and they want polo shirts and they want us to embroider their company logo on the side. So he comes in and that's his order. Then we have another customer that comes in. He also wants our services of custom t-shirts. He just wants some cotton v-necks and maybe he wants a screen print on the front. So you can see, yes, we are making essentially the same product, a customized t-shirt, a t-shirt with some sort of logo on it, but they have different costs. One is a different cost for the direct material. It's a polo shirt, right? It's probably a thicker thread count and it has more detail. So our direct material cost will be higher for this customer order. Also, the embroidery work is going to take our laborers longer to do that. Either if they're sewing it by hand or with a sewing machine, that's going to take more work and time. Here we just have a standard cotton shirt, so maybe our direct material costs will be lower. And it's just a screen print, so we just put it on, we do some sort of heat press to make the transfer occur. So our laborers will be less involved and therefore they'll be lower cost. We haven't talked about manufacturing overhead costs, but if there is higher labor costs, usually MO is tied to the labor cost. So if there's higher labor costs, there's going to be higher MO cost. Why? Your laborers are using more machinery for the embroidery, more sewing machines, more utilities, right? So those costs are usually tied together. Okay. So this company would be a good candidate for using a job order system. Why? Because the products they're making by customer or by job, because each one of these we would call a job. Each customer order represents a job. Each one of these jobs has different material inputs, different labor requirements, and therefore overhead requirements. So the cost of these two are going to be different. Right? We haven't even talked about quantity. What if this customer is only ordering 50 and this one's ordering 500, right? So each one of these has different costs. Therefore, they would want to track those costs, those manufacturing costs, with a job order system, which tracks the costs specifically to each customer. Okay, let me just keep the notes right here. All right, so a job order costing system tracks manufacturing costs. So again, we're just talking about manufacturing costs, not period costs. So job order system tracks manufacturing costs, which we know are DM, DL, and MO, by customer or job, just depending on how that company operates. Okay, whereas a process, not that this is what a process system would look like, so I'll put it up here, a process tracks manufacturing costs by the production process, and then allocates the costs evenly to all products. And a process cost system can do that because products are identical. So you can just take all your costs and divide it up across all of your units. Whereas a job order, we just saw what our customers are requesting are very different. So if it's very different, we can't charge everyone the exact same cost. Because what would happen if you charged everyone the same price, you would usually undercharge your more complex orders. This would usually be undercharged. We said it's the more complex product because of material costs and labor costs. And you would usually overcharge the order then that is usually lower material and labor costs. So you would have one very happy customer and one not so happy customer. And then usually what happens is then you get an influx of these higher end orders because you had been undercharging them, right? And if you continue to use your old price that you're charging, you're not going to be in business too long because it's not going to cover these higher costs. So we need to know what our costs are so that we're setting the price at the correct level for each job, right? And so a job order helps track those costs when those jobs are different, when they have different manufacturing costs. So we're going to focus on the job order costing system in this chapter. So we'll see journal entries, calculations, but now you have a little bit of an understanding of what they are, the types of products. You can read through the book and see examples of types of companies or industries that use job order types and companies that use process costing. And also you guys did that in your manufacturing report when you found a product and you said, oh, I'm selecting Jelly Bellies and Jelly Bellies are all identical, so that company's going to use a process cost system, right? All right, so we'll get into the details on job order costing in the next few videos.